All right. Getting off the
EA
phone.
Sports coverage of the NFL
I don't
brings us
need
to
it.
the city
Goodbye.
of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First play from scrimmage. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's second and 10.
59! 70!
Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Drill right, 22, set.
Now Stafford. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. As he had this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3 and out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Big 20, 21.
Now Stafford. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Stafford looks to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, give me a radar. White. And middle.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Set. Zebra.
Now it's Stafford. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Hey, 54. Alert!
To throw is Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Love, they go play action now. Sliding out of the pocket. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Love now. Buying time to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Ready. Set.
Throwing. Love. Now swing pass for Dillon. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
2nd and 6.
Let's go. Check smash. Watch out now. 52. Ultra.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Ready. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. Forced out to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Gets by him at the 25. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Ready. Striker, 3-3.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the second quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Zero. Big 20.
Here's Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
32. 21. 40 gun. 40 gun. Middle.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Love. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, the Packers calling on Daniel Whelan to punt. Cooper Kupp deep for L.A. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Hey, 5-0.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Middle.
Back to throw, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Love. Steps away to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, back. Right.
To throw now. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Love from the gun. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Like 7. 53. Ready. Ready. 59. Like 7.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal. The coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Set. Stay 50. Stay 50.
A final shot before the break. Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Ready. Green jack. Black open. Ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Flush to his right. Able to find his man, Kraft. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. If they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Looking to throw. Love. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Bobby Brown. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Operating from the gun. Love. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Second down and 4.
Hey, 70! Drill right, 22!
To throw is Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Alert! Hey, 22!
Now it's Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
Ready. Strike. Strike. Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready, set. Set. Shot, 17. Hey, more steal.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On the set.
Second down and 8.
Watch it. Six. Cover, 38. 12, 10. Slide 2.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Come on, set.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here we go, set. Set.
Love now. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Throwing. Love. Eluding the pressure right.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And how about the coverage here in the end zone? That's how you frustrate a quarterback. You get pressure on, and you take away all of his receivers, and he's got to throw it away on 3rd and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing is Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Escaping the pressure right. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Hey, give me radar.
Now Stafford. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready. 22. White.
Stafford now to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
10, 10.
Stafford.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's 2nd down. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep it. There, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now 1st and goal.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
This is 3rd and goal.
Zebra. Hey, 54.
Now it's Stafford. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.